been doing it for about 4 years now, so in 2011. And it started when I took a photography class at my high school. I needed an artistic class, I guess, and I looked through the list and photography caught my attention. And I needed a camera, so it was an excuse to get a camera too, and that's where I started. And one day I came up across this 2012 Lamborghini Gallardo. And when I first saw it, I had no clue what it was. I just knew it was a Lamborghini. So it caught everyone's attention, it caught my attention, and I thought this would be good for the class. Well, once you start taking pictures, I guess, at first you're not going to get the owners coming up to you. That never works like that. You just have to go out and look for the cars. So you go to car shows, you go to dealerships, you tell them, hey, I just want to take some quick pictures of the cars here, if that's okay. And most of them are glad because you give them promotion, I guess. And from that, you start meeting people who are like, hey, we need a few pictures for our promo, we need a few pictures for our business cards, or just owners who just like to have nice pictures of their cars. And they start saying, hey, can you please take a picture of my car when you're at a meet? And you just start developing connections with people in the car world. In Chicago, we have a huge car scene because it's a huge city and there's a broad variety of cars. So I guess when a certain kind of car or people with certain kinds of cars, they get together in one place and just share their passion for the cars, share their builds, and they just all get together to show what they have and show together as a group. Yeah, I remember before I ever got into car photography and cars, I used to think Mustangs were the coolest cars out there. So once I got into this car scene, I guess, and I just saw all these cars and how people fix them up, you just started seeing things that you would never imagine could be done with such a car, I guess. And I saw a Mitsubishi Evo, and it was red. And I also saw this in a movie related to cars, Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift. And I just liked it from there. I liked how it looked, and I wanted one of those. One of the first times I realized that this was more than a hobby, and one of the most memorable times I've had, is when I submitted my pictures to the Chicago Auto Show to be part of their media, and they reviewed them all and they accepted me. So for the 2015 Auto Show, I got accepted into it and I got media credentials to it. So when I first saw that I got accepted, I couldn't believe it. I was like, they actually considered me part of the media. I was ecstatic. I was really happy. Just being able to go on the media day, picking up my pass, and them recognize me as a company who's there to take pictures and promote the event. I mean, that was a big part of my accomplishments. I don't know, it just made me feel happy that now I was recognized as part of this media, part of this select group of people that got to be in there before everybody else just to take pictures of the car. Well, once I start getting deeper and deeper into photography, you realize that there's obviously already people who are much more into it than you are. You realize that there's professionals who make a living off photography and off just shooting cars for companies. And it makes you want to get better at it, I guess. It makes you want to just evolve from even just photography to videos and to just different types of things you can do with photography for a car. Not just shoot the car, but you can shoot the lifestyle of the owner with their car, the story behind their car. And it kind of gets you to grow and evolve from just a simple photograph to trying to get a story through the photograph. I mean, obviously when you first get into it, you want to have the Lamborghinis, the Paganis, the Bugattis in front of your camera. But you're not going to get to shoot those cars until you know the right people. So I guess just stay humble and introduce yourself. Say, hello, my name is blah, blah, blah. And try to get in contact with the owners. Ask nicely for permission and get to know people. Because in a photography game, it's spread by word. Owners tell owners that they got a cool picture from you and stuff like that. So connections really matter. Anybody who has a car out there or is interested in car photography, sometimes it doesn't hurt to take a little bit of time when you take pictures of your cars, I guess. I mean, some of us, even with an iPhone, the resolution, the cameras on those are pretty magnificent. So just a little extra time, you could take a pretty neat picture. It makes a nice memory.